Hello, good evening. Welcome to the last of these pre-recorded videos. Yes, I'm so happy. I'm coming back from training soon. I mean, like from your point of view. For the me recording this, I haven't even started. I just hope to be able to done with it. To be done with it soon so that I can like come back to stream and chat with you guys again. But yeah, for you watching this, I'll be done with my training tomorrow actually. So that's great because I want to get back to streaming. I probably will want the me that's like 2 weeks later will probably really want to be done with this training so I can come back to like the usual streams. Okay, back to the game. Last week we found that under the stick, between the stick and the plate, there was like a coin that belonged to the old man, and apparently there's a thief. There's a thief that's going around in the restaurant that the crime happened at, which has been like stealing these, like valuables from other foreigners that are at the restaurant. So we managed to find out who it is, then that would be a break in the case as well, because it would help us figure out that Miss Bretz is the killer. Okay, so we're going to just jump right back into it. Hope you guys have been having a great week so far. I hope you've been having a wonderful Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Enjoy the rest of this evening as well, and thank you so much for coming by to watch this pre-recording. I hope that this is the last of the 4 pre-recordings that I'll be doing for these 2 weeks. I hope that they've been accompanying you well, and I hope that you've been enjoying them as well. Okay, so we are supposed to figure out the person who actually put the coin there. And it couldn't have been this guy, so definitely not this guy because he lost it. Kazuma couldn't have been the guy as well because he wasn't at the restaurant. This guy is unrelated to the case, he's just another professor in the school. This is the prosecutor, that doesn't make sense. What if Dr. Wilson was actually the thief? It could be Dr. Wilson. It couldn't have been Inspector Hosonaga because he's an undercover cop. He's trying to catch the thief. So it doesn't make sense for him to actually be the person who put the coin there. It couldn't have been the sergeant as well. I really don't believe. Why would he do that? What if it actually is the doctor himself? If the doctor was the thief, why would the doctor steal though? Is it Miss Brad? I'm torn between like these 3. Okay, my rationale for thinking about if the sergeant is the culprit is because if the sergeant is the culprit for stealing the coin, because he was eating with this guy, so maybe that's like the motive. Maybe him eating with this guy shows like his motive for wanting to steal the coin. Dr. Wilson being the thief would be like a plot twist, I think. So it would be a plot twist. Maybe he wanted to steal the coin, but he because there was like a commotion, maybe he just stuffed it under the stick or something. I don't know. Giselle Brett, I think she makes the most sense because she's like the prime suspect now. Okay, let's try Dr. Wilson first. I have a feeling it might be him just because of like the usual plot twists and stuff. Yes, seems like a likely candidate for a Koban tea. No, come on, Ryunosuke. Huh? You shocked me, Kazuma. Not as much as you shocked me. No one could have approached the table unnoticed. Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you should be calling Korekuta-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. It's you I was calling the crazy fool. Maybe I'm on the wrong track here. Oh no. Wait, did I read properly? I think the court would like to hear the defense view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekuta-san's koban and hid it under the stake? It's Giselle Brett's stake, right? So it should be... So it should be Miss Brett then.
Take that!
You shocked me, Kazuma. Eh? Really? Am I wrong? Streamer can't believe he's wrong. Wait, if it's not... Hmm? If it's not Dr. Wilson or Miss Brett, then who could it have been? The waiter? No way, right? Isn't he supposed to be undercover? Oh no, I'm messing up, guys. I don't know who it is. Uh-ohs. Wait, who is it? I'm really kind of clueless now. It can't be the old guy himself, right? That doesn't make sense.
Take that!
No, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going by like... No. I'm just randomly like guessing all of them now. I thought I had this. Man, this game. Okay, sorry for, you know, like the first 6 minutes of stream being like poo poo. Because it's just Kai randomly guessing. It happens. Okay, let's restart from this scene. Huh? Then, is it the sergeant? Was I right from the start? That the sergeant wanted to steal it? That's why they ate together?
Take that!
Obviously. Wait, my initial train of thought was correct! Why did I doubt myself? It could only have been him because he invited like this collector over to have a meal together. Yeah, why did I doubt myself? Man, I do this all the time, like second guessing myself all the time. Sergeant Yesanosa. What? How dare you, you monster. Monster? I stole that Koban, did I? And the master thief of La Carnival, am I? No, nobody said that yet. You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido is the mastermind behind all of this. Why did he call out his son? What is going on? Everyone's just stunned. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. This game is so ridiculous. I love it. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Damn. Kapati Club. He's back. Oh my god. Oh. This is why I love this game. There's always like these stupid, silly things. Nippon Imperial Army. Sergeant Yesanosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. What is happening? The sun. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army, I keep messing up that word today, pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard that it's hard for lower ranking officers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant? The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. and I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Isn't that why you don't have money? Because you're constantly eating? It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the stake. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. The gunshot, yeah. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Ido too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the stake, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This is so ridiculous. Everyone's just stunned. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency? Indeed. The theft of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Oh, doesn't that mean... I think I got it already. Wait, they said that this man, he doesn't use like his knife and fork, right? So that matches with the steak because it has like bite mark on it. So this plate is actually the sergeant's. Wow. Maybe, I think that the sergeant's plate and Miss Brett's plate got swapped, and now Miss Brett's plate is taken as like the sergeant's plate. Like the inspector probably believes that the plate that the sergeant had was Miss Brett's plate. So it was swapped. The plates were swapped. I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. Wait. And good day. No, 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 no. Why would Miss Brett be biting through her steak, you know? What's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Oh no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. What did she say? She just said, "Good day." Right? Go. She just said, "Good day." I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
I'm trying my best to voice these lines as I can. But it's like I have to do all the characters with my voice. It's the same. Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. I think she was talking about like biting through like the stick and stuff. Yeah, as for picking up your stick and biting into it without using a knife and fork. So this couldn't have been her plate. Because she's literally, you know, like calling out herself if that were the case. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Attention!
I got it. My big brain is activating. Let's go! What new student nonsense is this? Why are they constantly attacking my status as a student? Why? What parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? And she said about like biting through the steak. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife or fork, is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. Bonk. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? There you go. This is supposed to be hurt me, right?
Take that!
Take that! The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, look at the bite marks. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Yeah, can you cut like that with a knife? Huh? I thought so. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at this steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten. It's a bite mark, my dear. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Oh. Oh no. It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Oh damn, she's trying to run now. Get her ass. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Oh. I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Damn. Of course. Dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? Yes, I do. The steaks were swapped. Yes, now at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. Bonk! I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Damn, my boy confident now. Everything? Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. He's like cooking. He's like marinating first. He's not like unleashing the evidence now. He's just talking in circles for a little bit. He's cooking for a bit. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese and empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Yeah, it's the actual plate itself. Where's the plate? Give it to me. But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. Yeah, I've actually been recording for several hours. And you say that there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't. But there is someone who does have it. It's our man, Lawless Investigation. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair? It's my boy with the flawless investigations.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korekuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak. So this steak should have been Sergeant Nosa's. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still... I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something. What is he saying? In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
Objection! But that makes no sense. What do you mean makes no sense? Everything, you can see it. What? We've been talking about it. Have you not been listening? Hello? This one, these are the type of students I kick out of the classroom, not listening at all. The plate was taken from the victim's table, but hello? A lot of things could have happened. Use your brain a little bit. Tiny little bit, yes?
Objection!
Sorry, just messing around. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even... actually she should have said she stole it. If not, it's very hard to back herself out of this now. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over? Oh, he said something like good for once. You did switch the plate? Well, after it happened, the gunshot, okay? When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat... Oh my god. Why does he say things like that? Also, I think that taking your plate, going over to the victim, switching the plates will probably be more incriminating, no? I don't know what he's doing, really. I feel like if someone is already like dead, he's like a victim of a murder case, and you go over to him and you switch things around, I think that's gonna make you more suspicious, though. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Oh, gotta squeeze his son back. Okay. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable. However, fear not, prosecutor-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
Yes. So, if Sergeant knows us switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Can we have like the one that you took from his table? Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. Ah. Oh no. GG. That is game. Time to go next. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. Whoa! The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
Shut up! What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
Kazuma, let's go! Kazuma's helping me. No! You're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon? No pardons to be begged. Let's go. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see that play was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. Actually, why is the plate so close to him? I thought she was eating it, so she would have been across the table. So it should have been on the other side of the table, no? I don't know. Never mind. Let's just roll with it. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Bonk. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Okay, white mouth. Okay, let's go. Come, Inspector. Flawless investigation. Yes, sir. His career is going up now. There we go. That's the correct plate. Oh, there it is. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please. Oh, this one has like no teeth marks. Be free to examine it. There we go. The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look.
Yes!
Yes. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. It can't be. In fact, There's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. Whoa! Clap, clap, clap. Oh, she's gonna... What is this? Oh, the burb flopped. Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no! What is going on? The burb is about to fly away. Yeah! What is happening? Someone stop her. Hello, no officers? Officers, please. What is going on? This game is ridiculous. All the little chicks, they're so cute though. The little chicks are so cute. Okay, what do we have now? Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. Okay, come. What is it? What are you gonna say? It was I who took the professor's life, using curare. Oh, she's admitting already. Okay, she's confessing. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone. Oh, so right, I forgot about that point. Sorry, 2 years ago already. I really don't remember. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. Oh, it's me! That would be me, I suppose. I greeted the professor. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter. But the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor is like her opportune moment to frame it on you, you know. Meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed, right? In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Place where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, damn. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun. Sorry, my English. Damn, cold-blooded murder. There's so many plot twists, bro. But I think like if you were very observant, you would have like seen through the whole thing. But the poison part was pretty tricky, I think. That's the entirety of my misdemeanor. That's not just misdemeanor, by the way. Okay. Okay. Your Excellency. Yes? I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? Huh? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. Huh? She just gets to walk out like that? Huh? No way, right? I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. What? Under table exchange? Huh? What? It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement? This can't be. Taketsuchi Aochi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. Ah, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? Yes? This insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten. You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. Shing! It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Shing! Why is he... What are you doing? Oh, we we cut his hair off. Why did you take... 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Aochi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world, but the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. Oh, what's the mission imposed upon Kazuma? I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? What do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes. In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. What's the motive behind, like, Giselle Brett killing the professor, though? That's one thing that I don't understand. Yeah, why did she want to kill the professor? What was the motive? It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty. Woohoo! We defended ourselves. I love how it's Sakura petals instead of the usual confetti. These games are great. Ace Attorney games are great, guys. This court is now adjourned. Okay. Since we're at the end of the case, let's see through it all the way to the end, like the story bits as well. It's like 22nd November at 2:46 p.m. Supreme Courts of Judicature, Defendants, and the Chamber 5. Doo-doo-doo. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Yay! Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. Ha 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 ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Oh. Congratulations to the both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do any... Thank you so much. If we hadn't had the research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. The principal. Forgive me on intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoba... Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo. Okay, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my owner. I just hope he doesn't whip it out all the time, you know. That reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah yes, her. Don't tell me she gets off scot-free. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future, for Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Why? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate. But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. Oh, you have to do it in another country? Huh? We can't try her? But then who? Who's gonna bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Ryunosuke doesn't know. maybe this lady is of like some importance. Yeah. Maybe she's a very important person. Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Yeah, change, woohoo! Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. Sukiyaki, let's go! Sukiyaki is great. Have you guys had it before? It's like hot pot but sweet soup. I don't know why, but the meat that's cooked inside sukiyaki just tastes a lot better. I like sukiyaki a lot. Maybe because I like sweet things, I don't know. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? Oh, we're going back there, we're going to the crime scene. As a head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're Detective Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details right now. Are you okay, bro? To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. La Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh yes, thank you. I love the character models in this game as well. I don't know. I think I used to play Ace Attorney games where they were just sprites. So now being able to see like 3D models is pretty cool. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Right, I wanted to know the motive as well. But maybe that's like an important story point for later. Kazuma. Yes, do you know Ske? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. Ha 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 ha. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? The defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I feel like later on you'll have to face against like Kazuma in the courtroom, probably. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. for being a defense lawyer. Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? To believe that maybe your client is like not guilty. A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, we face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it through your own efforts, sorry. And because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. Sorry, my throat is pretty tired now because I've been recording for about 4 hours now, I think. Yeah, you guys only see 1 hour, but I've been recording all 4. Like right after each other. There's something I want to ask you actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, are you? Eh? So he was gonna tell us something important. No! Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain. Don't forget. Ah, yes. That too. Yay. So my very first trial came to an end. After like 2 years. I'm so sorry, guys. Kazuma, Professor Mikutowa, Sato-san, who acted as my assistant. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still... It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Foreshadowing! That's for another case. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll try to do more of this game in the future. I love it. I wanted to do more. My main problem with this game is that, because it's a story game, if I pick up where I left off last time, then those of you who, only joined our channel recently would probably, struggle to catch up. But I'll make sure to link all the videos together, just so that if you want to like go through the whole case again, like the parts of the case which I missed out this time with these 4 pre-recorded videos, maybe you'll still be able to catch up. Yeah. Okay, saving my progress. Yay! Done with the first case. We'll do more next time. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming by today. Thank you. And I'll definitely be back really, really soon. You'll see me in about 4 days. 3 days? 4 days? I'll be back on stream for sure. I might even do like a surprise stream if I have the energy and I feel like it. So you might actually be seeing me really, really soon. I missed you. Like, I haven't went to training yet, and I've only seen you guys like 2 days ago on Thursday when I streamed last. This is me on the 10th of August, by the way. Yeah, so I've only seen you guys, like 2 days ago on Thursday stream. But I can imagine that me like in training will probably miss you guys a lot. So yeah, Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for coming by with the pre-recorded videos. I hope you've been having fun, even though I've been having a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have felt the same way as well, but hope you guys have been enjoying these pre-recorded videos once again. Thanks for being patient with me too, and I'll be back soon to chat with you guys on stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. Take care of yourselves and enjoy a wonderful weekend ahead as well. See you all soon. Bye bye. Me in the past saying bye bye to you guys in the future. Bye bye.